Well, hello everyone. Happy July 1st. Tonight it is the kickoff of the Holiday Exhibition Challenge Series Summer Series Event 1, Event 6 in the 2023 Holiday Exhibition Challenge Series. It's the Summer Series kickoff at the Tokyo Street Race in coordination, or not coordination, but in honor of, I guess, of the NASCAR Street Race in Chicago, about 80 miles from where I'm at. We are going to have a street race at Tokyo. I think it's the clockwise, south counterclockwise. So it's closest one I could get that looks somewhat like Chicago's racetrack. It's got kind of a square look to it. So that's really my thought process of what we did here. After I had to delay everything because of the internet issues, I decided I was going to flop everything around. I was debating using Tokyo, but I figured, you know what, let's do it. We'll keep it coincide with the NASCAR races, but we're using a little different car here, and I'll go over that. That's what this is really all about, but I want to give you all the details in case you want to create your own lobby. So if you're looking on the screen, you should be able to see my lobby settings here. And this is the one I've got. This is the one I'm going to open up a lobby as soon as I'm done here with the build step-by-step build of the HECSSSR car specs. So I apologize, everybody. We got on late. I had all kinds of internet issues. We've had storms in our area, so we've been super busy. We literally had just like a week and a half ago gotten the last hail job done from the hail in May, and now we've got an even worse storm here in Rockford proper, where I work. So we're going to be a lot busier this time, and we were already at max capacity. So it's a nightmare. I mean, I'm already working, basically 60 hours a week, and I worked 63 last week. So it's got to stop. I can't. It's only so much I can do at a time. So because when I turn the lobby on here, I'm going into work for a couple hours. So not into work, but in my office here, I can sign into the estimating system and the parts program. So that's about all I can do here at home. But here are your lobby settings. It's race for real, 16 max participants, friends only, practice and race. It will be practice qualifier in race, but I'm leaving it like this because when I reset the room, it will, when I reset the room for the other two races, this will already be set. So that's how I set it up, because I've only got 4 savings left on my settings saved for rooms. So custom weather, this is how we're probably going to do it tonight. I think I'm actually going to start us late after sunset. And we're going to have some nice weather through the night. Maybe add a few more clouds. Let's see, what are we at? SO1, 3, 4, 5, 01. Humid morning, how's that? Probably going to come up through the morning. I'm not sure what. We'll see how it works. Alright, so there we go. Alright, it's going to be grid start. The first race will be set by qualifying order, so it'll be fastest first. BLB tuning obviously is off. No boost. Everything as usual is on. Slipstream strength is real. Visible damage is on. Mechanical damage is light damage. I don't really like the way the system does damage on here. If you're going to do it, it should be a little bit improved. But so we're going to do light mechanical damage. 4 times fuel, 4 times tire is our default rate for the series, and that's what we're running. There are some exceptions, and we've had those exceptions. Again, grip reduction is going to be real. Nitro system, that doesn't count up because it's prohibited. No limit on the category, but it is going to be these specific vehicles that we're only going to allow. Within the first 3 races, if somebody wants to race another vehicle, another car, and they can get it within the specs of the room, I'm fine with that, okay? But you have to run medium tires, so do your setup on your medium tires, because the 606 is the hard limit on the PP limit, okay? Max power output 255. Minimum weight 2,800 pounds. Racing tires. Now this is what's different and what's confusing some people, because I apologize. I posted what Steve sent me and I should have modified it, but I was trying to do it in a hurry. And I posted the showing sports tires, which I didn't even realize it said that until afterwards. So you can use any tires you want. Tonight's race, you probably aren't going to want to do any sort of pit stops, but mediums are required. Okay, and be really careful, because if you want to run softs in the race, make sure you set in the endurance race Monday. Make sure you set the room, or make sure you set your car up so you can put softs on it. Okay, because tonight I'm assuming we pretty much can go. Fuel's going to be real close, so you're going to have to do a little fuel saving. But tires you should be okay on for the whole race. So everybody will probably be running mediums. I doubt if anybody would want to pit. So as always, the penalty settings are completely off and ghosting is off. So you got to be very careful driving. And then I don't have any limits on the driving options. So that's probably going to stay that way until at least the Fall Championship Series. I may take like steering assist out, but I know that helps people with controllers. But I don't want it to give an unfair advantage. So we'll weigh that. We'll toss that up and down. I'll probably just allow it, but maybe the next series will just completely eliminate it. All right, so that is the settings for the. I'm going to save these settings. Pardon me. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to go build a complete car. Those who are wondering about the HECSSSR Spec race car, here we go. I'm going to start with a Subaru BRZ. So we're going to go over here to Asia Pacifica. Or Asia Pacific. Chrysler Pacifica. So Subaru's got a new car. This is the WRX in here. I will just buy that real quick. Oh, there's 5 colors. Why would you do anything but World Rally Blue? It's a Subaru. They actually have 2 versions of that. There's a dark version of it too. That's called World Rally Blue, but that's a 3-stage. I don't want to get in that car now, no. But we do want to get into the Boxer rear-wheel drive Zenith BRZ. And we're going to go with the 21 model, the current version. Of course I'm buying it in World Rally Blue. And yes, we want to get in this car. So that's first step. Pretty inexpensive purchase. I mean, these cars are very reasonably priced. So let's go now. The first thing we're going to do is go out to the customizing at GT Auto, and we're going to go into car maintenance, and we're going to make this thing a wide body. That's the first step. Now, you don't absolutely have to wide body, but it allows your tires to come out farther and everything, gives you more stability, so it would be a no-brainer. It's 10,000 credits. It's nothing. All right, so there's one step. And then I always use the same wheels. Everybody knows that BBS FS wheels are my official wheels of KingPittDawg Racing and FQ2 Performance. Oops. I always do that wrong. So we're going to go to wheels. We're going to go to owned wheels. Now, 16-inch. I want everybody running 16-inch wheels. If you're running 18, and that's fine. But I would really like to see all the cars on 16s. More like a spec wheel, because it is a spec car. If we do it again, I'm going to be real lenient on that, because people have already built their cars. But the next time we use them, it'll be spec. So we're going to add the adjustable tile splitter so we can adjust downforce. The extension, oh, that's all we got for this one. Okay. And then the splitter style rear. And the wing, you can do a medium wing. Whatever you want. Okay. Racing items, hood pins. You don't have to put hood pins on. I like to. If we run it spec next time, I want the full roll cage. And then it's a night race, so I always go with the brightest bulbs. License plate on the rear only. No caliper colors because I don't have racing calipers on it yet. So before we save this style, we're going to go make our modifications. So again, I'm not too rigid on having all these cosmetic upgrades. If you're tight on credits, just get your basic stuff. But here we go. Sports, we're really not going to use anything in sports on this particular car. It's already 2,800 pounds. It's exactly where we need to be. But I would like you to get the power restrictor. Whoop. And the ballast in case we make some adjustments to these cars. Because the next time we race them, we may start making some adjustments. So every car has a fully customizable LSD, so we buy that. And the fully customizable manual transmission. And again, this was spec for the Winter Sprint series. So I don't want to change that for this series to the racing transmission, which is fine. So in this one, racing air filter, racing muffler, and then racing exhaust manifold. Where's the fully customizable? Maybe I missed the fully customizable computer. You want that to make adjustments. So then racing brake pads. And I always use the slotted, but you can use the drilled as well. Brake balance controller I recommend. Fully customizable suspension I recommend. Racing clutch and flywheel I'm going to allow. And then you're going to need your tires. And the reason I grabbed the softs is because then I don't have to change it to the mediums to be set up. Okay, so we're at 60884. We're too high on the power, but we're going to go set that up. We're going to go fix that in the settings room. So now we've got all of our parts for this BRZ. And we're going to go restrict it a little bit. So we're going to go power restrictor 99. Output adjustment 99. I think we got to go down a couple, and I can't remember how far down this one. Maybe we'll just keep bumping it down until we get where we need to be. I don't remember having to do that, but well, we're at 253, so that gets us in the 255 limit. So there's your build you can use on this one. Brake controller, all that fun stuff. So yeah, so we're where we need to be. You can probably play around with these numbers, like maybe the output at 100. And bring this down to like 95. See, look right there. 253, it's the same, so maybe 95 and 99. 253, it's the same. I would go with the output adjustment at 100, and then the output adjuster, the output power restrictor at... I might make the room 260. $258. For this, at this point, I don't remember having that setting. Something must be different. Maybe I didn't allow a muffler or something. But anyway, as long as you get in the specs, I'm good with it. Like I said, you're better off to have the output adjustment at 100% because then you get full torque. So 94 and 202. So this car is not very torquey anyway, but it does run good here at this. And I found that the 280 is about the best setting for the transmission. You may want to set the final drive ratio a little bit taller, just a little bit. So like instead of a 410, you may want to have like a 4 or 405 or something like that. So, but you'll have to do some practice and run out. Now we're on mediums and we're within the 606 spec. Now, you would have to adjust if you want to run softs in qualifying, which isn't as important. So I'm trying to stress the 606 level on the room. So 602.89, that car comes in right at the mark. And then we're going to go build the Golf. And again, I'm setting the room limits. I'm not as particular about this necessarily having to be, the car necessarily having to be exactly the same as the other ones. So if you want to play around with a power restrictor in that, that's fine with me. I'm leaving those settings open. There's not a lot of time. I don't want people spending 2 weeks practicing for these races. That's the point in delaying the details of the races. So this one I really dropped it because I couldn't get on and stream when I wanted to the other night. I tried Tuesday night and I tried Wednesday night. I tried Tuesday night when I got home from my parents and I couldn't get it to stream. So I tried Wednesday night, it wouldn't work. I tried in the middle of the night Wednesday night, and I tried Wednesday morning. So that's why. And then Thursday we had the storm at 3 o'clock in the morning, so that was the end of me getting anything done. So I apologize we got late getting this on, people, but you can see what you can do. So nothing really in these would be something we'd be able to run. We're talking smaller, lower output cars here. So we'll go into the Golf. And if somebody wanted to run this Scirocco, what's the performance points? Yeah, you could do that too. But you can see it's already at the power output, and you're going to have to do some weight reduction. But you got to hit that minimum. So just for fun, because this car is a little bit heavier, but let's put this car in here just for fun. So I'm going to buy this. Oh, I have one. Yeah, we'll buy another one. We'll buy a blue one. All right, so we'll go build this one and see what we can do here playing around with these. So you can run the Golf if you want there, and you can get that in spec. We're going to build the Scirocco. We're not going to be able to do much to it power-wise, but we're going to get power restrictor and ballast. So first thing first, let's go in here and make this baby wide. And again, the Golf specs are in there. It's pretty much a bunch of weight reduction on that one because it's 3,000 pounds. This one... Alright, so we got that done. So now we go in, now that we got the wide body, we put on the wide tires. And again... Oh, I can't go 16 on these. Okay, well, I guess we're staying with the 18 then. Oh, I can't go wide on this. Oh, okay, we can't go wide. It's already wide, maybe. Okay. Yeah, the car, they actually fill that out pretty good. So, again, we're just experimenting with this car, just to see here. It'll give you some downforce adjustment. No roll cage. So where are we at? This car is way low on spec. This probably wouldn't be a car you'd want to drive at this point. But let's go see what we got. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh, hang on. I always miss a category. Go back in there. Got that. Other parts. Here we go. Light bulbs. We're going to be racing at night. Get them bright super cools. License plates in the rear. Yeah, and again, I'm just experimenting building this car, so this is not necessarily one we're going to be able to run tonight, because it's already basically at the room limit on the... And it can be heavier, but it can't be lighter, so... Let's go mess around here. Alright, let's get weight reduction stage 1. See where that puts it. 2798. Look at that. She's right at the mark. So we're going to want to get... Nope. Nope, that's not it. Power restrictor. And ballast. May need if we do any sort of engine mods in this thing. Or fully customizable LSD. Fully customizable manual. Where are we at? We're right at the weight we need, so that's perfect. So we could probably add a racing air filter. a racing muffler, and then restrict this car. Actually, let's do racing air filter and intercooler, because this car probably already has a 263 horse, so we won't need to do a lot of modification there. So, fully customizable suspension, brake balance controller, racing clutch and flywheel. Let's see, we're going to want to get our tires, racing hard, racing soft. Racing soft is in the spec, so we got to add a little weight, take away a little horsepower, so that looks good. That actually is pretty close to the specs, and there's not a lot of difference between a Scirocco and a Golf anyway. So let's go set it up and make specs. Maybe we have to make the official tires 18-inch to accommodate all the possible cars. All right, so let's go in here and make our settings. We're going to have to add a little bit of ballast. Look at there, 1 ballast. Power restrictor. Right at the mark. There we go. But let's see, where's we at? And we're on way under, well within the parameters for the. So yeah, that looks like that car would spec out. So if somebody wants to run that, screenshot that. That's one we can run. All right, so there's 2 cars built. We had some other cars. Let's just take a quick run through all the cars and see what we might have. We could probably do a Focus or something to RS, but nah, it's probably going to be too hard to detune that one enough. Maybe an ST? Yeah, we could probably get away with an ST. Let's build one of these, and we're going to have to do it if it's an ST. Tuxedo black, of course. All right, let's build one of these real quick. Maybe something Graham, some heavy Ford guy like Graham might want to run. All right, again, we'll go give it the same treatment. We're going to go through. See, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do Tuesday night, or Wednesday, after the manufacturer. I think I ran the manufacturer, was able to get it to stream, but then I couldn't get back on to do it again. So, all right, so we got our Focus ST started here. Again, this is a front-wheel drive one. The RS is all-wheel drive. You won't be able to detune that one enough. That's basically a rally car from the factory. Again, wheels. If you can get 16-inch, I would like 16-inch. We may spec that, change that to 18-inch. But for now, it's 16-inch. May not make much difference. Front, we want to be able to add downforce. Side, we want just an extension. These already have a quasi. You can add the extra wing for a more adjustable downforce. Again, hood pins is your choice. You can or cannot, you don't have to. I like seeing the tow hooks that look like a spec thing. No roll cage allowed in this one. Again, bright lights. Rear only license plates if you can. If you want one in the front, that's fine too, but if you were racing, you'd be pulling that off to get as much air in there as possible. I don't think I saved the style on the Scirocco. Alright, so now we go into performance parts, and there's not going to be a lot on this one. It's got a pretty low performance points level. So, this one's 3,200, we're going to have to go at least 2 steps on the weight reduction. So we'll go to stage 2. And we'll have to add a lot of ballast on this one. Make sure you get that power restrictor. Semi-racing, fully customizable LSD. Fully customizable manual transmission. We're going to go racing air filter. I know these have an exhaust on them, so... Racing brake pads. Racing brake slotted. Or drilled, whichever. Racing clutch and flywheel. Fully customizable suspension. Brake balance controller. And then get your tires. Doesn't quite make the mark there with the extra horsepower, but we're going to fix that. Alright, there's everything we got. Okay. The muffler, if you needed to increase power, will allow the muffler, but this thing is already right at the mark anyway, so we're just going to allow intercooler and air filter. Hola, buenas tardes? I'm not sure, I forget afternoon. I think it's tardes. And we will go to the garage and set this car up. Right now we're at 596.95 with the settings on medium tires. So, power restrictor, we're going to knock it back 1, 2, 3. Get to 253 horse. We need to add some ballast because this thing's light. 2758, we need a little bit more. 2773. We're going to be right about 50, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 7. There we are, 57 on your ballast. Okay? And I will, again, I'll allow this car in tonight. We haven't done any practice on it, but it's up to you. As long as you make the room specs, I'm trying to find as many options for people as they want. I know what I'm running. So now we go back into GT Auto and save these styles. So now I will have these shared also, so I think you'll be able to find them. Sport, or stock, sport, spec, race car. Fuck us. I'm so terrible. Oh, then I didn't spell it right after all. Focus. All right, there is the Focus. Spec'd out and in-room limits, so... I don't think we got anything on the GM side. I don't think we got anything on the Chrysler side, but we're going to go look anyway. I don't think there's anything in Chevy because it's just Camaro. Yeah, there's nothing in here. So I don't think there's anything in Dodge, Infiniti, any of these. Nope, all big numbers. Probably drive a DeLorean if you wanted to. Somebody wants to spec one of these out, I'm fine with it too. As long as it meets the specs. The more the merrier to me. These are all custom cars, so we're not going to have any of those. Europe, I don't think anything in here is going to work. Jaguar, none of these. Volkswagen, AMG, Mercedes, none of these would work. Mini, maybe? If you wanted to run a Cooper S, let's see. 2,600 pounds. You'd have to do a lot of mods to this car. Let's try it anyway, just because somebody may want to. What's up? Classic British Racing Green Metallic. Well, we've already got that color. Alright, let's try to spec one of these out, just to see if somebody wants to drive it. I know there's people that could. Well, I'm going to buzz through this pretty fast, so hang tight. Alright, first things first, wide body. Which is in GT Auto, not Trant. Right here. All right. So we'll get that to apply. Again, I want to have this shut down here in about 10 to 15 minutes, this stream, and I'll open up the lobby for you guys until I get back with food. So I feel like I should have done this earlier, but again, the object of this series is not to have people practicing for 2 weeks before it comes up. So if you can get on and run the lobby specs, which are right at the beginning of this video, you can do what you need to do. So, all right. So now into GT Auto customization. Now that we've got the wide body, and again, you don't have to do the wide body, but I think I would like to make it spec for the next time we use these cars. So, 16 inches wheels are already set, but we want to go wide if we can. Some of the cars are already set wide. Now this thing looks like an off-roader. So we got to go custom parts. Front, we want a front splitter so we can do downforce adjustments. Side, we want just an extension, which is perfect on this one. And the rear doesn't have it. So the wing, again, you can use a Type A wing on these hatchback cars. Racing items, hood pins, you can do it if you want. I like them. Tow hook, I like the Type Bs, but you can run A's if you want. Doesn't look like they allow a roll cage. I always go with the brightest white lights. License plate on the rear only if we can, people. Front grill, oh, this one's got 2 grills. Oh, look at that. Ooh, we're going to go with the custom grill. It looks a little tougher. Oh, that's why I didn't go back, because the caliper color you can change after the brake kit. So, okay, that's why. So, this thing looked kind of almost like an off-roader. We're about to drop it down, though. So let's go into the understeer performance. I wish I could put my own logo on there. FQ2 performance. Tuning parts. We'll pretend it says that. Alright, so this car is already light, so we're going to have to see if we can get it up to spec. So we're going to go ahead and put everything on it. At least I'll have it. In case we decide to change spec. Alright, so power restrictor ballast. We don't need any weight reduction. So then semi-racing, we are going to go with the fully customizable computer. And again, that's for tuning if we need to lower or raise it. Fully customizable LSD on every vehicle. Fully customizable manual transmission. Again, every vehicle has that. This particular car is way underpowered, so we're probably going to have to add intercooler, racing air filter, racing muffler, racing exhaust manifold. That gets us to 195 horse. We're going to have to do some serious work on this one. So, we're going to leave the different turbochargers and that off it, but we're going to start adding a stroke up. Oh, we don't have that on this one. Engine balance tuning. All right, we're getting closer. Polished ports, 213. That didn't do much difference. That's probably not worth the money. High-end torque supercharger. There we go. That puts us right at the number. All right, so Mini, you're going to get an extra 2 things here. Engine balance tuning. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. You're going to spend a little bit more on a Mini if you want to use it, but brake, engine balance tuning, polished ports, high-end torque supercharger, racing intercooler, air filter, muffler, manifold. Don't forget your brake pads. And just because it's British and backwards, we're going to do the slotted or the drilled rotors. Racing clutch and flywheel. Fully customizable suspension. Brake balance controller. And don't forget your tires. And we're right where we need to be, right in that 580 to 600 range. So this car can be used as well. Take a shot at what I got here if you want to use it. I'm not going to worry about. We're not going to be worried about weighting weighting cars up or anything like that this time. But in the future, we may overweight a car if it's too good. So it's underweight. So we got to go and fatten this thing up. So let's go in and see if we can get even enough ballast on this thing to make it work. So far, maybe I spoke a little too soon, so let's see. Let's just go straight to 99 or 100. That's too much, so we could be down at, let's say, 90. 90. There you go. It's in spec. Perfect horsepower spec. Perfect weight spec. And you do have some downforce adjustment with it. And it looks pretty freaking cool now that we dropped it. It doesn't look like an off-roader. So again, there's an option for everybody. We'll go back to Brand Central, go through here. Again, we got about, I want to go about 5 more minutes in this, and then I'll open up the lobby. Go back through Europe. What else we got? There's not a lot in here. Alpha, don't know. 4C is never going to make weight. Julia's way too heavy, and the Me Too is probably not something you'd be able to run. Yeah, that's too much power. So nothing in Alpha is going to work. Ferrari, Lamborghini, Fiat. I mean, if you want to. I don't think you can get this thing anywhere where it needs to be. No way. So we're not even going to bother with that one. The Abarth, maybe. Let's see. Where is it at power-wise? And weight. Weight is the key. I don't think we can add enough weight. So we're not going to worry about that card. It's not going to qualify. None of these. Maserati. France, we might be able to use a Renault. I know we had the Clio in the but maybe the Megane Trophy is one you could run instead of the Clio. So I'm not going to go through that one right now. We had the Clio and it was just overclassed, so we're not going to use it. If you wanted to get this car and detune it and be the experimental rat, you can do that. What the hell? Can't buy a Renault unless it's yellow. We'll try it. We'll see what it does. I don't think that leaves us a lot of other car options, so we're getting down there. And we'll go through this more, because I would like to make this almost like you can choose one type of series if we do it in the future. Alright, I'm going to buzz through this one really fast here, as fast as I can here, people. So, as long as this thing applies. Putting myself on a limit here to open up this lobby for y'all. Alright, let's go into our... Only go down to 17 inch, so I'll leave the 18s on this one. That looks like too much wheel. It looks a little better. Remember, get yourself some downforce adjustment. Any of these hatches, you can run Type A wing. Spending a bunch of credits on this, but it's okay. I'd like to see the plates on the rear only if we can. Okay, now we can go in the tuning shop. This one's already a little heavy, so we'll do weight reduction stage 1. That's going to get us under the weight. That's where we need. And we'll go power restrictor, ballast, fully customized LSD, and manual transmission. Let's see, we're at 261. We can probably allow a... Is this thing turbo? Yeah. So we'll allow a late racing air filter and an intercooler. Racing brake pads. Brake kit, racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable suspension, brake balance controller. Did I get the customizable computer? No, I didn't. Make sure you get that fully customizable computer. I may have missed that on the last car. That'll allow you to tune it up in the rooms when we have limits. So, tires. That puts it way over the mark. And it doesn't quite make the mark, so we're going to have to reduce increase the weight and reduce the power to get it in the spec. Probably increasing the weight's going to do that, because now we're at 2751.
What's this car for?
I'm just going through all these cars, Steve, that people can possibly run if they want to. So I'm just putting all these cars in the spec and seeing what if people can race them. So if they want to, I want to kind of keep it open. Our power is way up, so we need to be down 279, 267. Try to leave the power output. There we go, right at 88, and then it's a little heavy. Boom! There it is. And it should be a fairly competitive car, so.
Nice to see the stream is working.
Yeah, I left it up after. Well, actually, I started a new one here, but yeah, these cars actually all look pretty cool with the. So I'm going through all the manufacturer. I don't think there's a lot of other ones that really are right in the range to apply, and this is again right at $595 on medium racing tires. So we'll go in here and save style. Wait, what did that say? Oh. That's weird. Okay, so we're going to go to livery editor and just make our own design here, I guess, real quick. Well, that's weird. Oh, I hit the wrong side. Okay. Ooh, a little big. That's what she said. Put the D right in the middle. Again, it's the sport or stock spec. No, stock sport spec race car. All right, a few minutes here, and I'll open up the livery. I'll open up the lobby, and then I'll have it open until I have to leave. I probably won't be participating in practice, but now we'll save this one. I don't think there's too many other cars we can run, so we'll go through it real quick and kind of buzz through everything. That actually looks really freaking cool. I actually like the looks of that car. It looks kind of tough. All right. So let's see. I think I got everything done on that car. So now we can go and check out what else we might have in Europe. I don't think there's much. Alpine? I don't think the Alpine would qualify, would it? Let's see. I don't think we can get it up heavy enough weight, because I think like 400 pounds or 300 some odd pounds is the most you can usually do with ballast, right? So I think that pretty much eliminates that. We got the Pugets, but I don't know if... Yeah, I won't be able to get that up to enough power. And that one would be a stretch, so... I don't think we'll be able to do anything there. What about Citroen? I don't think that any of the Citroens would qualify. Oh, that's all we got anyway. Okay. DS, that's a Citroen, isn't it? Yeah. This car, I don't think... I don't know. I don't think you get enough power in this thing. But we can mess around that another time. I doubt if anybody would want to run that anyway. So Asia over here, I don't think... I wouldn't be against running... That's going to be too heavy. The new Genesis G70, I think it's too heavy. No, that's a V6 anyway, so that won't work. I think we've been through all of the Suzuki, Mitz. Yeah, I'll never get that up to spec. Daihatsu definitely doesn't have anything. We've already got a Subaru. I don't think we got a Mitz, but I don't think any of these are going to be able to be detuned enough. Nope. 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 I don't think so. I think we got all the cars we can get. Maybe a Honda Civic. Civic? It's too much. And again, I think the Honda's too much. It's got too much power to try to detune. So, yeah, I don't think we really want to detune any cars. So, okay, so that is it. Let's go back to the garage, and that'll be the list of cars that you can run. It should be all the ones at the top here. So here you go. Take a look at the change car setting. All of these wide cars here are ones you can run. If you can find the old Golf specs, you can run that one as well.
Welcome back. Question: are the wheel mandatory?
Not my wheels. This time you can run 18, 17. I don't care. But in the future, we're probably gonna find a spec wheel size. You know what I mean? A spec wheel size. But these are the cars that we've run before: the MR2, the GT4, the Silvia. And then there is a Golf in there. I did not build the Golf because I think the Scirocco might be a better fit for what the kind of cars we're running. So we got the 86, and then I built the BRZ, and we built that a little different than the 86. So take a look back in this video and see how I built it. The BRZ, again, I think I've got it restricted to 251. So I'm changed the room settings to 255 horse to allow some of these, and you can see all these cars get right at the spec. So my Silvia is too much. I just didn't notice that. I didn't tune this one back, so I got to tune this one back. This one I forgot to tune back. How are we getting up? How did I get up to that? Oh, I added the exhaust manifold. So we're going to go down to... There it is, 90. Okay. Ballast at 30 to get it up to the right weight. So, and again, I kind of redid this one with the wide body because I didn't have the wide body on this one. I practiced it before. So, guys, try to get yourself downforce. Put the front splitter on where you can put the most downforce, the biggest front splitter, the rear diffuser, and then also the wings. Any medium wing you guys can run, or the stock wings, but I would say the medium wing would probably be the best one for it. And then hatchbacks, if you're going to decide to run a hatchback, it's a Type A. So, I'm a little past when I wanted to do this, but I think I got everything out. So you can see we're a little different with the BRZ than the Celica 86. So I think I'm at... It might be wear on the engine too. Oh, I don't have the fully customizable computer on this. So, yeah, that's a fully customizable computer is a good one to get. So that may not have been part of the Winter Spec series, but we're going to have that in here. do that because it'll make it easier for you to tune the car. Okay. But I would always recommend when you're setting the settings, run full power and then just adjust the power restrictor down, because you're going to get more torque that way usually. At least that's what I found out in this. So this one's going to have to be down at 95. Oh, 94. Okay. 253. So the room set 60. Then look where I'm at. 605.99. That's the highest we can run this car in the room on medium tires. So if you decide to run softs on qualifying, you're probably going to have to detune your car. So here we go. I think those two should match now. If we go back to the garage and go to change car. $253, 2,800 pounds. They're the same car, so they should be the same. And again, next time you can do the 18-inch tires. I think I got 18s on this. I put the 16s. I would make that spec. We might have to make it 17 to make all these cars work, but these are going to be open cars then. And as we see, one may dominate or whatnot, we may put some more weight in them or restrict the power a little more. So hope that works for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and open up the lobby for you guys. And again, tonight you can run whatever cars you want that fit the room spec. But the biggest key is you got to run the race in the third race. The third qualifying race is going to be the same car you run in the endurance race. So choose wisely. So I'm going to open up the lobby, and then you guys can come in and do practice. I will not be participating at this time. So I'll load up the lobby settings for practice. Go all the way to the front. Race for real. Tokyo Expressway counterclockwise, 11 laps, custom weather. 4 times variable speed rate. I added in S9 and 11. Grid start. Again, I'm setting this room for the other races because I will change it, the room settings after the first race. So what I'm probably going to do to make sure everything keeps doing is after every race, once I get set, I'll have everybody jump out and we'll create a new room so we don't have glitches. Or at least after the first one. It seems like when you change the room settings, you get glitches sometimes. So these are the specs. 606 pp limit, 2,800 pounds, 255 horsepower. Medium racing tires required. All types of racing tires are allowed. And again, as usual, no penalty settings. Everything's off. Ghosting is off, so be very careful and very considerate. So lobby is open. You guys are welcome to come in and race. I'm going to end the stream. And if anybody has any questions, you can reach out to me on the PlayStation app. I will have my phone next to me while I'm working here. So, room's open. You guys are welcome to come in. We'll see you in a little bit. I'm probably going to shut the room off here in about an hour. So, have at it.
Can Mom order pizza?
Already? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. I will mount up. If I don't see anybody in there, I'll just end it. But if you guys come in here, I'll post up when I'm going to close the lobby down. So it's open for now. We'll talk to y'all later. I'll end the stream and then message me if you need any questions. Again, the room opens tonight at 8:30, the official room. It'll have these exact settings. I may change the weather a little bit, may change the start time a little bit depending on what it looks like. Otherwise, we are all set for tonight's race. And then again, tonight's 3 qualifying heat races will determine the starting grid after the die roll invert for the endurance race on Monday night. That's a Monday evening starting at 5:30. What is it? 5:30, 6:30.
Central Daylight Time is what I've got set. So I was trying to take the day off, but I'm going to have to work because of all the BS going on with the weather. So we'll see y'all around. Until next time, KingPittDawg, out.